Alright guys, welcome to Derail Valley. Today is the first episode of this series and I'm really excited about it. It is a train game. You can derail. You can literally derail in Derail Valley, which I love. We have tons to do over here. As you can see, we have paperwork. All of us will stay here throughout the whole entire series for the most part, unless we complete it, which then a new one will spawn. We do have some things in our outbounds for logistical haul reasons. So we're going to try to fit that our stuff around that as we do shunting today. We do have a lot in storage, so we should get a lot of shunting jobs, I hope. Nothing inbound, though. So nothing came in, unfortunately. At least that I know of. I am going to go over some mods here in a second. I'm just checking to see if there's any inbounds. No. Just a bunch of stuff in storage, so we should get quite a bit of fun today. Anyways, the first thing we're head here and show you. First thing first, we get $2,000, but we're gonna end up with 1,000. Here's why, because we need shunting. It's gonna be the very first thing that we get. I'm just gonna have to put this with the other licenses because I did not do the tutorial, so I didn't get the free 100 bucks, unfortunately. But we still get to start with $2,000, which is still plenty enough to help us get started. Now, I am going to... Alright guys, editor me here. We had an issue with the recording here just a bit. When I was talking about the mods inside the video, I was pressing keybinds that sort of broke the recording. I have my recording software set to pause the video when it's Control F10 and start and stop when it's F10. When I was hitting Control F10, for some unknown reason, it paused it. Well, obviously it's not unknown reason. It paused the video so it didn't record a short section. But I unpaused it when I reopened the menu again for the second time, and because I closed the menu using the close button on the menu, it fixed it. It kept it recording, luckily. So luckily I didn't lose any of my video and had to restart or anything. But yeah, this is just a quick explanation of what mods I have and why I have them. Booklet man organizer just organizes the booklets. You'll see that here in a few moments. DE6 remote control. Once we get a DE6, we can control that. Fireman assistant. Once we get the steam engine or start using it, depending on what happens here in this episode, we will use that to our advantage here to help us, so we can only have to drive the train, because then we don't have to focus on fire, water, and other things. Gauge, standard gauge is what we use with it. Improved job overview, that gives us more information on the job listing. Skins we have, obviously they make things look cool. They're not really necessary, but they look cooler. Passenger jobs, once we get the passenger job license, we can do passenger jobs. And persistent jobs, that keeps like train cars and trains where we got them if we use them. Well, train stuff will stay there once they're spawned in, but the other ones that spawn at trains, that's based off of if we use them, I believe, if I remember correctly. And then remote dispatch, that's the important one. You're gonna see this used a lot in this video, and I'm gonna explain it as best as I can. Remote dispatch is a little program that allows me to remotely control the switches, so that way I can send my train to where I need it to be sent. And like I said, you'll see that a lot in this video, where you see the switches switch on their own, or they'll be preset to where I need them to be, even though they weren't before. And then last but not least, or no, second to last, speed allows me to go faster, obviously during videos and stuff. That helps because that allows us to do a lot more in a short period of time. And then the couplers. That's the couplers that I use. It is nice because it makes it more to what we're used to. Anyways, back to the video. Couplers you may recognize as chains normally, but this mod changes it to these instead. Obviously, it looks weird because they're normally a chain system, but this mod again changes it to a type of knuckle system I am used to. Nope. Okay, cool. All right. So we have to kind of get a job here and get the train started and stuff like that. So let's do shunting first. So actually, what I'm gonna do is orders. So I can't do those yet, unfortunately. But those will stay on the table for when I do. Freight haul goes over here. And shunting goes over here where I can read them. Okay. So we can't do that shunting, so we'll put all the stuff we can't do over there actually. And we'll spread out all the stuff that we can. We'll just do some reorganizing of the table. Do not want to go on the table. We can't do that one. Can't do that one. That requires long too. We can do that one. I also noticed too, there's always one that we can do. Oh no, we can't do this too really well easily with this train. Okay, good. We're gonna have none that we can bring out of here, so we'll have to unfortunately teleport around, because that one we can't do. That one requires heals, and that one we can't do. There's those ones we won't be able to do once they get done. Alright, so this one we have one pickup. We're going to go ahead and do this. This one requires a pickup from B8S. This is 68, so let's see what we're picking up here. Let's see which end we need to come at. Yep. How many cars? 3? Should be 3 here. Alright, cool. So just these 3 here. We should be good to go. So get the engine. First, I'm going to get it started. The goal is to get to 20,000. That way we can afford our engine. Now, once I get these loaded, I'll have to put them in an outbound track, so we'll have to figure that out here in a moment as well. I'm not getting the DM3. I am not blowing up a transmission in this series. That's fun that will be. I'm gonna change the skin though. There we go. Oh, don't tell me it's starting to rain. Yep, it's starting to rain. Lovely. That's just nice. We're gonna be stuck in a rainstorm probably. Which means slick tracks. More chances to derail, and more chances to cause damage. So, going to B8, I just need to line me up now. And I'm actually turned the wrong way. In case I do end up needing to go to Harbor with freight at some point here, I'm going to have to prep this train in case I don't have the steam engine. Obviously the water's going to make it a little slick, so I may have to use some sand. That's fine. Insurance copay is actually $100 to begin with anyway, so it's less than the gas. So we should be fine. Insurance will cover it for now until our copay goes up when we get the next steam engine. Because every time we get a steam engine, that copay is going to go up. The shunting doesn't seem to affect that. And shunting is real easy money for it to start out. I don't know why it's not the default one. Instead, it's freight haul, and freight haul is not that great. Well, it's good money. I mean, it does make it faster than shunting does. It's just a lot more risks with the DE2 because you have a chance of blowing your traction motor. Which is not good. That's the last thing you want to do is blow a traction motor and owe more money than you really need to owe to begin with. And that's not how we roll in this railroad. This railroad we roll to cause as least damage as possible. Obviously there's going to be some there it goes. Even with the sand, it took quite a bit to stop me. So I need to be cautious of that. I hate rainy season. Right, we're lined up for BAS. So let's go ahead and go forward. Carefully now. Can't believe it's already raining again. Well, actually, no, it hasn't started raining this road yet. This is a brand new road. How can it already have started raining? Okay, so this game, it rains a lot. So you're going to hear me say, again, a lot. I'm not used to it yet for some reason. Even though I should be at this point. I really should be used to it at this point in time. I'm not sure exactly why I'm not. The ground's wet, the track is wet, and it's gonna be wet for a few minutes after the rain has ended. This is not a thunderstorm. That is nice. Oh, cool. We can put it in B6 outbound. That's empty enough for everything to go into. It's not like we have the inbound track we can run around in. In case you're ever running, S is storage, I is inbound, O is outbound, P is parking, LP is loading passenger, LS is PS is passenger storage, L is loading, And I don't think there's anything else, so I should cover everything. Now just go back here and make sure I didn't accidentally couple the three together. It's fine, I'll just pull it forward and... Actually, is it pulling it forward? Or is it pulling it back when you're reversing? I don't know. Also, no damage, just like I like it. Why am I pulling the handbrake? It's supposed to be reading the coupler in case I need to couple into a train. Always keep my couples in ready mode, not on lock mode. Okay. Pull away so we can go into the loading dock, load them up, get the paperwork turned in, drop them off into outbound, and then get another work because it looks like we're going to be finishing this quite early today in this episode. So I think it's really quick sometimes, see if you do it right. I just kind of wish it wasn't raining and the tracks weren't wet for the first episode, but that is okay. We will deal with it as time goes on. Obviously, it is a bit cloudy today. Started braking a bit early because of the rain, but I know I'm not clear of that switch. I'm gonna have to release the brakes and let it roll until it is clear. And look at the remote dispatch and it's showing that it's in the switch still. Little slip. Okay, so we experienced our first wheel slip. Right now we're lined up for loading. Oh. Help if I release the brakes. Look, we have a nice long track here in the loading yard. Stopping. We may wheel slip quite a bit here during braking, because it's really coming down out there now. Not enough though for me to need that, but enough to where it's definitely coming down to wet the tracks. That's what I like about this game too. It really simulates everything, from wet tracks to wheel slip to everything. That's something Railroader didn't do. And I love these train games that simulate this kind of stuff. Though the one train game I did hate was Train Simulator for some reason. I'm not sure if it's because my computer just can't handle it or what, but I just didn't like it. It didn't run well at all. It kept lagging, crashing, and it was just a mess. But this one and Railroader, I had no issues. So that's nice. And the derails are awesome in this game compared to the other ones I played. Like when you derail realistically. Your train cars will go all over the place when you derail. Let's park the handbrake here, and then we'll head and do our loading, and then head to the paperwork. I'll drop off the paperwork, see where these are going, and then figure out what we're doing. Alright, so we made 9,000 on that with even the bonus. So that leaves us at 10,000 out of 20,000 that we need. 10,000 I think is good for concurrent orders and train length 1. But those are not going to be useful for us other than maybe the ability to take some train length 1 orders, because I think we have that's train length 2. Yeah, see, like this, we have these need to be emptied. That would give us another shrinking or logistical haul. Wait, will it give us oh, it's load. Just remember we can't do that yet. I'm not gonna bother with those. Those are actually going to the goods town and factory, so I don't want to do that. Let's go ahead and get this one prepped. They actually have 2 pickups here. So that's coming from A3S and B7S. We'll go ahead and pick up B7S first because we have to drop this off. And then actually, can I pick up the B7S? Yes. It's just 3 in B7S. And then the 4th one will be in AS3. So yeah, it's just a single one in AS3. We can pick that up on the way. But first we need to take this one. First we need to move our thing out of the loading dock and move it to an outbound track. I'm thinking of putting it into B60. B60 I feel like will be a perfect spot for it. It can just sit there, and then the other one can go into B1 outbound. Because it's also 4, so shouldn't be an issue. This one's only 3 though. Hold on a minute. If this one's 3 and the other one's 4, I should probably put 3-1 in one of these 2 tracks, and then the 4-1 in this. Yeah, 4-1's going in this track. I have to put it in this track. It's the best thing to do when you only have 3 to worry about. So all we're doing now is moving this freight to an outbound track. Now it has to go an outbound because it's going out of this area. It's not storage, it's not inbound, so it's outbound. No, obviously I wouldn't try bringing the harbor right now because obviously we'll slip this issue that we have to be concerned about, so I'm not going to do that at this point in time. But we will go to the harbor by fast travel and see how much shunting we can get done. Because now that we can shunt, we should have freight there to work, so hopefully we do. If not, we're going to be stuck in a diggy. Actually, no, we won't. We'll just have to play our cards correctly and try to get to the goods factory without any issues or run out of diesel. The goal is to get that one steam engine. I have no clue how far that can go without running out of fuel, coal, and water and stuff like that. I know I can't go across the whole entire map without stopping first. Worst that happens, we do have to stop at a career manager. I do not have a caboose yet either. I have to unlock that, and I have yet to do that. So hopefully we don't need it. Because the caboose has the career manager in it as well. That'll be nice to unlock at some point when we have the steam engine and stuff. That's like $20 right there. All we have to do is go to the garage and pick it up. And I can bring one of these over there to do that even. Once we pick it up, we can summon it. Which would be nice. I think it costs a small fee to do that, so that's probably going to be the last resort that we do. However, it's definitely something that we're going to do at some point in one of the episodes. Right now, we're just shunting. That's all we're doing. Unless we get something we can definitely pull with this train. Which, once we go to the harbor, we won't be able to. I don't think a return trip is even possible. Because I don't 100% sure. I'm not sure of the weight limits and stuff like that. But on the way to the harbor from here, it's mostly one hill and then all downhill. The other one's all uphill, one downhill. And that's what makes it iffy on whether or not I can make it. Because it's highly possible we'll slip. Oh boy, I hate that alarm sometimes. Alright, we're going to be putting it to B1 outbound, so it'll be set for an outbound trip. You'd think with the rain, the temperature wouldn't be an issue because the rain would be cold enough to cool it down. But I guess not. I have no clue how trains work. I'm just saying stuff. But that's my guess. Instead, it would technically cool it down. Oh well. It's not my job to judge that. I'm not a train driver, so all I can do is play the game and enjoy it. And it is relaxing though, delivering trains and stuff. The only stressful part is when you derail, because when you derail, it's like, what just happened kind of moment. And it's the last thing you want to do on a railroad, so it's like, okay, so my relaxation's over now. Now I get to fill out the paperwork and do all that stuff. Now, we don't actually fill out paperwork, so for video sakes and realism's sakes, I could pretend like I did. I just call it a day, pay the fee. Okay, so we're gonna head back here. We're gonna just put in these 1 outbound, the B yard. Now we do gotta remember that the paperwork will not show it in here. Now, if it's the last thing I'm doing before I transfer somewhere else, I can always just leave it inside the loading yard for that moment in time, but I prefer not to, so we're just going to move it to outbounds before I leave the yards. Luckily, this will be here for us to work at some point. Probably will have to work at some point. The cool part is I don't have to make full clearance for these ones. Alright. Alright, it's parked in an outbound, it's ready to go. Unfortunately, we don't get paid for this. This is actually on our own time. Alright, so our first pickup is in B7S, because that's the closest one to us. We won't have any inbound until we bring something from inbound. Because like I said, whoever spawned during the road startup is what we're stuck with. That's all we get. So hopefully we get a good mix of stuff, including tanker cars for gasoline and stuff like that. Because Flame-O Boys will be so much fun to pull. As long as you don't derail them. Or even if you do, they're cool to watch. You go poof. And you said B7S. Or 27, right? Yep. And it's 3 of them. So we're going to switch that last one there to that direction. Let's go ahead and pick them up. This rain is killing my heart. This rain needs to stop. Because it's driving me nuts on these tracks. It's making them wet. Let's get the door closed. Right now we're going east, southeast, almost southeast. This way is northwest. Cool. Oh boy. Okay, so we're about to couple here. Rain. Weather is the word. Wheel slip is what we're going to try to avoid doing often. I love the little clip too far. I heard that second click. It's like, oh, nope, too far. That happens. We're just picking up the first 3. And since we have to pick up another train, we definitely have to make sure that coupler is in ready mode. No ifs, ands, or buts for that one. Eventually, we'll have everything put in by us so that these storage trucks can be full because we made them full or whatnot. But these empties here in the outbound are actually logistic hauls. Logistic hauls going to outbound for some. I'm guessing that makes sense because they're technically they'll probably bring them from like here to here to be done. It's my guess. I mean, I'll have to pick up the one last car that we need to pick up. We had a little wheel slip there, but that's okay. Shouldn't cause too major of an issue. I always forget to do the crossings. Someone should make a mod that automatically does it for me. Or maybe I can. I am a developer, after all, so maybe I'm able to knock that out. Alright, so hopefully we don't wheel slip on this brake too hard. We already used quite a bit of sand, actually, and diesel. Start braking here to prevent wheel slip. Ooh, that sand came handy. We didn't wheel slip this time. Okay, so we need to go to where again? A3S. So I see the car there. I have all the switches to point towards that train car. So let's go ahead and pick that up now. We have all the switches set. This rain really picked up. For real, it picked up hard. I was not expecting to have this much rain. At least we're getting some work done, that's nice. You don't have to worry about a TPM burnout either right now. Like I said, the rain doesn't help pull that off, so it still happens. But we don't have to worry about going up hills or anything with the DE2 until we get the steam engine. This is the only issue though with how this game works. You do end up sitting down here, relaxing, chilling, watching your videos or whatnot, while paying attention, of course. Please, if you're playing this game, I recommend paying attention to what you're doing. It's real easy to miss something. There actually are some speed limits in this game that are 10 kilometers per hour. Like we're going right now. It is very slow and very hard to catch if you miss it. I recommend watching out for this. There's 40s, there's 50s, there's even 100s. Oh yeah, and the speed signs, you multiply them by 10. That's how you get the speed. So like if it says 8, it's 80. 9 is 90. 10 is 100. 12 is 120. Obviously just multiply it by 10. And you will get the speed that you need to go in kilometers per hour. Why is that? I have no idea. Because the miles per hour, we don't do that. We show the full on. At least we're at the full on speed is shown on the track side. So don't make you do hard, difficult math. But I know this isn't based off of an American area, so railroader is the it's we may have had our first real slip accident. Let's see what the damage is, because I couldn't stop in time. None. None. Nice. So we made a nice couple. Which is shocking, because normally you think there would be damage done. Alright, so we have all the cars ready to go. We'll bring them to the loading yard, get the paperwork turned in, and put them into outbound. The loading yard will most likely stay empty for the most part, other than when we're turning in paperwork. If it requires us to turn in paperwork. Most of the time we have to drop them off into like other places for unloading. But if it's loading, it's actually going to be there until we do the paperwork. Turn in. Unfortunately, we don't get paid to put them into outbound tracks. Actually, if we did, but we don't. Little slip. That is only down to in this game. It's real easy to roll slip. Like, seriously, roll slips happen way too often. Easy. Halt. You're going too fast. You need to stop. Halt. Actually, no. You can't even stop. Because if you halt, it's going to be like, whee! Slide off into the woods and derail because you went too fast. You definitely need to stay slow. Definitely slow down. That is recommended for sure. Just like when you're driving a car. You would go slower, not faster. You're driving a train inside Derail Valley, you have to go slower because the tracks are wet. And actually, I think that is realistic. I think in real life, the rails will slip if you go too fast on these tracks because it's metal against metal. There's nothing really giving you grip other than maybe a few bits of sand. Okay, let's see. Did I make? Hopefully I cleared that. I'm gonna go slightly. Let me use the brakes and go slightly back. Nope, I did not clear it. Okay, now I'm clear. I was like, I'm not sure if I'm clear there. I'm just gonna back up and double check. And I was right. I flipped that switch back into the situation that it wasn't before. But now I am clear. I almost had one of those weird accidents when you bring your wheels into two different tracks. Ugh. Which is possible, by the way. I did do that, but I caught it before it derailed at least. If I didn't catch it here, I may not be able to catch it right away because it's too far away. How do train drivers handle that in real life? Train gets to a certain length. Like, do you guys have, well, I know they have end of track devices now, but how do you know when it passes the sign? Because I don't think the end of track devices can tell you that. Do you just estimate and hope that it for the best? Or do you attach a caboose and someone sits at the caboose? If you even still use cabooses. I don't think I've ever seen a caboose on a freight train. I just know they're long, and I'm not even sure how you guys know when the speed limit signs pass. Because I do know you have to pass the speed signs because I was Because half your train can be in the one speed and half your train's in the new speed. It's all complicated to me. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a train driver. I am a gamer though. But I shut off the engine for saving fuel purposes. That's it. If I turn off the lights, it would mean we're parking there for quite a bit of time. But we're not. We're just dropping off paperwork and then loading it, dropping off paperwork, and then bringing it to outbound. These are stair rails. Probably to repair some tracks and stuff like that. I don't think we'll be helping build tracks in this game. They're probably just for repairing purposes, or at least pretend repairing purposes. We just got 18,000 from that. Guess what, guys? As soon as we pay our $100 here, we can go ahead and get our first steam engine. Boom. We now officially have a freight haul train that we can use for freight hauls. As soon as one spawns, that is. Let's see if one spawned before I bring that back. I doubt one spawned. Usually they spawn really good in the harbor. So once we're in the harbor, we should be able to bring some things back over here. Do either logisticals or whatnot. Nope, just the DN3. Still. I'm never driving you. Actually, I got an idea. Actually, should I? Cause it's gonna bring my, no. Cause that's gonna be my code. My copay just went up, I think. I don't know what it is right now, but I know it went up for a fact. Wait, I didn't check the orders. Did a new shutting job come up? Nope, just in one of these silver slabs. We picked up slabs. Just going to the coal factory. So we have to wait until we get that. That requires long. Two, I can't do. How much money do I have left? 8,000, so we don't have enough long. So we'll have, as soon as I get these to outbound, I'll park my train for the night, and then we'll head over to the harbor by teleporting there. We have enough for teleporting now, at least. Nighttime and rain and fog. Ooh, the rain's really coming down now. Okay. So let's go into reverse. These brakes. And we have nice full fuel because we had to pay our fees off to get that train. Alright, I can't wait till we get that's the next thing we're working on is manual servicing. That way I can fill up the steam engines and stuff like that manually and save some money on our copay. Because our copay won't be able to cover for very much longer. Because copay is only 100 during the first half. Every time you get a new train, I could be wrong. Every time you get a new train, or it could be every license even. Once you get a new train license, your copay goes up. I have no clue what my copay is at right now. We won't know until we see the copay. Which we'll probably see at the end of the session. Because I don't think there's a way to check. If there is a way to check, that would be nice to know. Yeah, we're just going to put this into the B6 outbound tracks. which is already set up for. Those are definitely some slabs. I hate the rain in this game sometimes. This game sometimes feels like a horror game almost. Like how dark it gets. I'm with Heist on that one. It is very, very scary. Here's the good news. We have plenty of space in the outbound track today for this. Not only are we heavy right now, we're gonna yep, there's the alarm. Start to overheat. Look at the temperature drop. Alright, so we're bringing it to the outbound, then we're going to teleport to the harbor and see what we got there. I may not be doing another run tonight in this episode, but we'll definitely do more in the near future. This is obviously a fun game. Jeez, we used a lot of sand there. But I wanted to make sure we had traction there during that point in time. Because the last thing we wanted is to go slow. But yeah, we'll go to the harbor, see what's there, and then call it a night. We should have a train there, so we should definitely have freight to work. Because we can either do a freight haul or a shunting job now. Because we have the proper equipment that we need. As long as it's not too long or too heavy, we should be able to do it. Because I do know that steam engine, I think it's 500 tons. Like I said, I don't know tonnage exactly to my head. I just can't wait till we get annual servicing, multiple unit, and then the diesels. Diesels is what I'm gonna be real excited about. These are officially an outbound. Could be a futures me problem, but for now I am not handling freight hauls with this DE6, at least not to that location. Alright, this DE6 is parked. This DE6 will be here forever, by the way, too. That's what I like about the persistent mods, is that these things are beasts at staying here. This train will never despawn. Here with these train cars, so we'll always have these loads to work on. Alright, let's see how much. Okay, yeah, it's still 100. At least for now. Wait, did it say how much our copay went up by? Just curious. Cost 20,000 insurance copay and slash A. It did not affect our copay yet. Nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we got at the harbor. 976, that ain't bad since since we're in the thousands and stuff like that, so that's not bad. That's what I need to see real quick is how much manual service is. Because we don't really... Ooh, lag. There we go, there's all the paperwork. Because we don't really need... So manual service is 20,000. So we'll save up for another 20,000 to get manual service. Because we don't need anything else just yet. We have plenty. The only thing we can't do is this regional rail. And this. Here in the harbor, though, we have a full paperwork desk. Probably because we have a ton of freight areas. We could probably start with the shunting here to get these ready to go to the goods factory. We got this. We got this that needs to go back to the steel mill. Oh, actually, we can't do that. For how much paperwork we had here, I'm honestly surprised. Yeah, that's hazmat. I can't do hazmat. We'll figure this out next episode. Obviously, we'll have to go through this and get some of the paperwork done. We may have to fast travel to other locations as well and do them as well. We do have a nice, lovely DE2 here for shunting, and we should have it over. I'm going to get into the bed of this location. But anyways, let me know down below on what you guys think so far. I actually don't think this location even has a bed. Okay then, this is just an office. Oh, because we can sleep in bed. Okay, I see. We'll just sit here. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll definitely see you guys in the next episode. The next episode we'll continue off and figure out what we're doing with this mess. Because obviously when I spawned in, it spawned in a bunch of paperwork. It's nice that we have enough freight cars to work around the areas. Every area will have their own freight cars and stuff like that. So to start off with, the military bases have them too, actually, but we can't do military because we don't have that. And they have their own offices for their orders to go to. But yeah, we have plenty of work to do, shunting wise and freight haul wise now. Especially with the new engine. Once you get the new engine, we can go back and forth between locations by doing logistical hauls, freight hauls, and eventually get all the freight moved. Now, the goal is to try not to let the freight sit for too long, but if it does, it does. Oh well. Anyways, see you guys in the next episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And again, let me know down in the description if anything feels off to you, or if you're a train driver, give me some tips and tricks for long trains and other stuff that can help me play more realistically. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.